you have an SD card in that thing?
All right. You and you and me.
All of us?
Makes 3.
Yeah.
Test. That's your crap. Just frickin' dandy. Frickin' dandy. Yeah. So let's see. Push that one up just a touch. Touch.
We got Dr. Pepper's with umbrellas on.
No.
Dr. Pepper's up with umbrellas, huh? No alcohol?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's all right.
A little too early for you? 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's a long day.
It's going to be 5 o'clock at home pretty soon. Before we even hit it.
All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
What fucking episode are we doing?
Oh. I have no idea.
148.
Yeah, funny, guys.
That is fun.
I don't have any notes. This is gonna. Who knows how this is gonna go?
Did you know your spiel from heart?
I know.
Episode.
That I've got. I just got to figure out what episode it is we're doing.
Mile high endurance. Blah, blah, blah. I forget how it is.
147. All right.
147.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome to. Welcome to episode 147 of the Mile High Endurance Podcast. Mile High Endurance is your weekly connection to coaches, experts, and pro athletes. Connecting you to. What the fuck am I doing here? This is going to be hilarious. I should have totally never
We're
done.
going to have a ton of bloopers. For this
We can't strive for perfection, right?
No, we cannot.
Nope.
Coaches, experts, and
Pro athletes, I know
pro
this.
athletes.
Did you just say get me fucking?
I know, but now you got a video camera at you, so it's a
That's
little more
really-
nerve-wracking. You need a controller.
Is it 147 or 148? 147. Welcome to episode 147 of the Mile High Endurance Podcast. Mile High Endurance is your weekly connection to coaches, experts, and pro athletes. Hey, we are your hosts, coaches Rich Source, Tim Superone, and 303 Chief Bill Block. And guess where we are? We are live in Kailua, Kona. It is race day. The Ironman World Championship is in the smack dab middle of progress right now. The men pros have actually just turned at Hawaii, and we're taking a little break, waiting for them to come back in and bring you the show. How are you guys doing today?
Not bad.
Yeah?
You know?
Good.
Can't complain. It's not a bad place to be.
It's already, what is it, 10 o'clock? I'm 11,000 steps into the day. Something like that.
We need to catch
Oh, I'm
up.
sorry, 13,000. 13,000 steps into the day. A good day on the pier, seeing the swim. We saw the fastest women's swim ever, Lucy Charles. We saw the fastest, and we need to confirm this, whether it's overall swim ever by a male or age group male, 46 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, that's smoking. And I forget what Lucy's time was, but she was way ahead.
She was, I mean, I was standing there maybe waiting for 5 minutes for the next female pro to come through.
I think she was 10 minutes up, wasn't she pretty fast?
She was 10 minutes over Daniela Reed for sure.
She had a substantial lead.
That was impressive.
So anyway, we're having a blast. We have had a very busy week. You guys have been here since last Saturday.
Yes.
You guys have been here a week
Full
already.
week.
Yeah. Awesome. So, different kind of show for you than typically. We actually have a couple of interviews we have. Earlier this week, Bill and I had a chance to interview Matt Chrabot, pro triathlete out of the U.S. He lives in Boulder, Colorado. And really kind of exciting to see him come out. He was fifth out of the water.
Yeah, he was in that lead group just like he said he wanted to be.
Just like he said he wanted to be. You're going to hear about it here in just a minute. We can't spill all the beans.
Right.
You got to leave some surprises. Right? But kind of prophetic because at the early stage of the bike, Tim O'Donnell was first and Matt Chrabot was second. They've fallen back just a touch to some of the really strong cyclists, but we're really kind of excited to see how the day turns out. And it's kind of fun recording this like right in the middle of the race.
Yeah.
You know, is there any predictions? You got a prediction?
I don't know. I think I wanted to say Lucy Charles, but I'm nervous now. I think Danielle is catching up pretty fast. I think she's going to suck it up and she's going to be champion again. Not that that's bad, but I just thought when Lucy had that big lead up on her, but Danielle's making it run pretty quick here.
I'll put my money on Lucy Charles right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. The men, I don't have a good feel. It seems like it's kind of all over the map right now.
Yeah, but Patrick Lane usually shows up with the race on the run.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, and with the men's race, it's usually on the run is where the race is won, not so much the bike.
I'm not sure he was on the bike.
He was a little further behind, especially coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely not in the lead pack.
That's good. That's good.
He's good.
He was in the lead pack.
Yeah, he was right behind. He's actually, last I checked, he was right behind Matt Chrabot. Matt Chrabot was sitting 7th, and Javier was sitting 8th.
I think the most impressive thing I've seen of that age group with the men, that guy was light years better over the others. I mean, it was incredible. Incredible. And then the last swimmers in was always fun. And then you just want to throw a line to them and pull them in because it's like the treadmill is just slowing down and they're just like, ah.
And the swell definitely picked up a little bit.
It did. They were throwing some people into the rocks on us, and they're pretty close to the wall.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. What I'd like to do is let's kind of tee up our interviews here,
Okay.
and then after the interviews, I'd like to chat with you guys about some of the highlights from the week.
Okay.
And we kind of do like a little round robin, maybe kind of go three times around. And
Sure.
See what we come up with. So our show today is sponsored by iKOR Labs. iKOR Labs is the all-natural CBD extract that is a super anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and mood stabilizer. Speaking of iKOR Labs, we have a second interview, a bonus interview that we're going to give you. Jon Robichaud of iKOR Labs, he's the Chief Marketing Officer over there. Join me for a little chat back here in the grotto, we call it. So he's got a little information to share about his experience being here on the island, staying in the house with Tim Don, working with Tim Don a little bit this week. And so you get 2 interviews coming up. Matt Chrabot will go to right now, and then right after Matt Chrabot, we'll give you Jon Robichaud, and then we will be back with the wrap-up. Wow.
You
got well trained, man. That's awesome. All right, so hey, welcome back. So hopefully, for those of you who are watching the YouTube video, it seemed like it wasn't any time at all, of course. So let's talk about Matt Chrabot first.
Okay.
What was your impression of our interview with Matt?
Of our interview or of Matt?
Of Matt. How about that? Yeah.
No,
let's not give ourselves a interview.
I thought the interview was good, but Matt's just he's kind of a chill guy.
Totally chill.
But yet I saw him this morning at body marking, and I just wanted to say good luck today and all that. And man, the dude was like the twisted up most rubber band I've ever.
Really?
I could just tell he was just so excited. You know, you could just feel his energy. He wasn't hyper or frantic, but you could just feel his energy. But he's a very thoughtful guy in terms of he knows his history of this race really well. He's very strategic. He comes across with so many varieties of racing. You can tell that sort of he absorbs it all and uses it to strategize for this race. I think probably a little bit differently than some people because he has such an extensive background in a lot of different distances and types of racing. That was my take.
Yeah, I thought he also had a really good understanding of his competition. I think he has a healthy respect for his competition. I think he also knows all of it. I mean, he knows, you said the history. I mean, he probably knows who was top 10 every race for the last 10 years, my guess. Yeah. I mean, he seems to have
seems to study it.
He also, I I think he's pretty confident in his preparation.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, when I asked him about being a dark horse, I mean,
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean that in the most positive way I can.
Yeah,
he's kind of a new person on this scene, so we'll see what happens. He definitely has confidence.
I mean, especially because he hasn't paid a lot of dues to this race. Think about Matt, right? He had to race here like 7 times before he finally won. I mean, you talk often about having to pay your dues at this race before you win it. So I thought your question was actually almost complimentary, right? As a dark horse, being relatively new, he might have potential. He wasn't on the pro panel. Javier Gomez was, and he's a rookie at this race. So I think they can definitely follow. Be interesting to see how he runs it.
Yeah,
because I think he's a runner.
He's a runner. Yeah,
I mean, small guy.
He's hoping to break 250. He said he wouldn't surprise him if he did. So that would push him through a lot of people. And this is obviously strong and everything. We'll see already on the bike, We'll cheer him on. If we know a 250 is going to get him 8:20, 8:15, 8:10, then let's run the next thing and cheer.
All right, Kim. What's a highlight? Let's start with you. Ladies first. What's one of your highlights from the week?
Well, you guys both know that my primary goal, being the celebrity correspondent here, my primary goal this trip was to meet Prince of Bahrain, which I've done. So getting a selfie with him was definitely one of the highlights.
And when was that? Describe when it was.
So it was yesterday at the bike check-in. So he showed up just like every other normal athlete. Didn't go through some crazy back door. He showed up, went right through the procession, and then on his way out, I was able to make an introduction and ask for a photograph. Very grateful to the
Yeah. So I'll go next. I would say one of my early highlights of the trip was the few interviews we did over at Robichaud. Yeah. We had the Team Colorado breakfast. We invited all of the Colorado athletes that are racing to come down, have breakfast with us, and do a few interviews. And sometimes it just surprises me how honest and human and raw some of the content that we get, and the story, especially AJ Johnson. And I really encourage you, if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't yet heard the 303 radio podcast that we've done this week, you've got to check these out. The story of AJ Johnson. He was coaching a gentleman named Joe for a number of years. Joe's goal was to qualify for Kona through the Legacy program. He did this past year, had a slot to race today, and he passed away earlier this spring. And AJ is running for him. He's literally running racing Joe's slot. So that is just a heartwarming story. Joe's wife is here. They just got married 2 years ago. In a way, it's a heartbreaking story, but it's also a heartwarming story. And that was just one of those things that really kind of touched me emotionally very early.
Isn't he wearing a necklace with the ashes?
He is, yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. All right, your turn. You're next.
Oh boy, highlight of the week. I don't know why, but I love the Parade of Nations.
Okay.
And I love walking through I did it last year just on a last second idea, and I love doing it. This year I did it again when they're all queuing up behind the hotel, and I just walking through and getting everybody's picture holding the sign for their country. Sometimes the flag, depending on the person. And sometimes as a kid, because their dad or mom was doing it. But it was just like this instantaneous connection for just a second or 2 seconds, and they give you a big smile. And I felt like I knew what they were doing, and they know why I was doing this, because they just were so proud, and it was just a really neat moment. And then you just go on to the next person, and I felt 30 minutes, I met 15 friends from around the world that I'll never see again in my life. But somehow there's a connection that I'll always have with each of them in some way that, who knows, what that means exactly in the long run. But just really fun.
You guys, there's dolphins right out there.
Oh,
you see them?
yeah. Oh,
I thought that was gonna be your first.
There's
Dang
a pod of
it.
dolphins.
I'll save that for the next.
That's your next round. No?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sorry.
But yeah.
I'm like, there's dolphins out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see them?
See them though.
You can't see them. There's no way you can see them.
So anyway, I'll save. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you see real brain damage. It's gonna be easy for you.
Yeah.
All right. Second highlight.
Man, not seeing the dolphins. No, just kidding. You know, Kona's just one of those places that it never gets old. And having raced here in 2015, there's a part of your soul that will always stay here. And I will tell you that sitting on the pier watching the swim start, hearing the drums go, I mean, like, I got teary-eyed. I always get teary-eyed because part of me wishes I was out there racing again.
Yeah, I'll bet. You gotta come back here soon.
I know. I gotta keep campaigning. I need to win the lottery is what I need to do. Because I can't qualify for the legacy program anymore since I've done it.
Does the prince have a brother?
Did the prince have a brother? I don't know.
A cousin, something?
You can Google that and find out.
Right?
Okay.
But yeah, part of me really would love to come back out here, race this again, have my father come watch me race. That was their intention. My parents have never watched me finish an Ironman or race an Ironman. They've never been to Hawaii. And when he, had a stroke, really 3 months before I was going to race Kona, it's hard. It's hard not having him out here. It's something that, as a gift to him, I would like to do.
Well, I hope we can make that happen.
I hope so. I hope somebody can make it happen for me. It'd be nice.
All right, so my next highlight, this kind of goes back to some discussion that we've had in recent weeks. So everybody knows that we did Oktoberfest. We routed Oktoberfest. You know where I'm going. So Oktoberfest, it's optional to wear a costume, and we had joked for a bit about maybe me doing a Ferris Al Sultan lookalike and donning the Speedo and a wig and racing as Ferris. And of course I chickened out. I didn't do it for a number of reasons. And last night at the Thank God I'm Not Racing party, we were, in fact it was really toward the end of the evening, we were kind of getting ready to leave. And we spotted Ferris, and Kim said, "You've got to tell him that you were going to do this." And it was really funny too, because I tapped him on the shoulder. English isn't his first language; he speaks fine English, but you could tell he was like looking at me like, "Where are you going with this?
Like, who are you?
Who are you?" And like,
and he had a very stoic look on his face.
He did, like almost like he was like concerned. Like,
he's about ready to run.
Stalker. Another stalker. Yeah. And so I kind of reminded him that we had chatted last year, and that I did this race, and I was going to dress up like him, and he laughed. He thought all of a sudden he just like totally.
That's awesome.
Came off. His guard came down, and he laughed.
He's like, that was the look back then.
Yeah.
That was his response. That was the look back then, and I kept it.
Yeah, and I think he would still, if he was still racing today, he'd still have the same. Yeah, he'd be rocking the Ferris like. So there's highlight number 2. All right, Bill.
Well, I guess you guys kind of made me feel bad for not making this my number 1 highlight, because it was pretty incredible.
Well,
speaking of dolphins, that was a fun day in general. The swim out to the coffee bar, we did the underwater camera shot. That was cool. And then I don't really love swimming out here as far as like swimming. I love snorkeling and all that stuff, but I get kind of easy swimming sometimes, and I thought, well, I'm gonna push it out and just go out and just let myself go further than I have in a long time. And I kept thinking also of Mark Allen in the opening night, and he talked about embracing the island, and until he did that, he couldn't win here. He really found some peace in the island, and I was thinking about those words as I was swimming, and I thought about it many times since, and trying to just be open to the island, and I was just swimming along, and That's probably another 1,000 yards out from the coffee bar, even or something like that. And I'm looking up the sight, and these two fins were coming right at me, like literally like 10 feet away. And I'm like, I mean, I about swallowed my water, you know. And all of a sudden, but there was two of them, and I'm like, oh, there's my sharks. And then they just dove right underneath me, and there was two dolphins. And then, I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. And I'm like looking around, and all of a sudden, there's dozens of them, and they're all over the place. And
Did you hear them clicking?
oh yeah, I could hear them talking, and they're just swimming, and they're twirling, and swimming backwards and upside down, and they were just playing. And I'm just like floating there in this amazing blue water, and just watching these dolphins. And
What's that pink thing?
yeah,
Pasty white thing.
what I had never seen before. I've seen dolphins, but I've never seen a dolphin mother and calf, right?
Oh.
And I saw several of those combinations, and the calves were only, geez, they weren't big. And I've never seen a dolphin, you know, I've never seen dolphins, they're all the same size. But I've never seen a baby. And that was pretty interesting, just watching them swimming together. It was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. And they got super close, like, you know, I almost couldn't touch them. And some woman tried to grab the fin. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That's about me, you know? She's swimming super hard, and I was just like, it was a beautiful moment for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't realize how rare that was.
Very rare.
I know. I'm like, I just thought that happened.
Nope. Hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah, you've been how many times?
This is my 10th trip to the Big Island.
And you swim a lot.
I swim a lot. I was told by my coach to go swim at the Kona Aquatic Center. And I looked at him and I said, that's like going to China and eating at McDonald's. Are you out of your mind? There's a bunch of ocean, I'm going to go swim in. I'm not going to go swim in a lap pool.
Right?
I know, it's really funny. But it's funny, like a lot of the pros do. Like Matt Chrabot, see you going to the pool. I agree with you. There's no way I could swim in the pool. I got this. I actually, see, by contrast, I love swimming. I mean, awesome.
I went out a second time, and there's definitely more swells. And there were so many people going both directions.
Yeah.
It was a little bit scary. So I'm like, I don't need it. The water was just really that day was pretty poor, so there was people all around just constantly, and you couldn't see them from one swell to the next. And it was a little sketch. So.
Got a little sidebar plug here. So we did post a video on Facebook, 303 Triathlon's Facebook page, a little kind of how-to guide on how to do the morning swim, kind of what that whole process is, and checking in your gear, kind of got a little behind the scenes look at that, and just, you know, kind of what it's like to get out there. And so check it out if you haven't already.
It's like a race 5 days a week here.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was the one thing that, you know, I have a couple friends that are on the Big Island for the first time, here at Ironman for the first time. And I said, so what's your experience been like? And they're like, this is nothing like any other Ironman event. I was like, yeah, basically the expo is about a mile long, give or take, unofficially, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's stuff going on every single day for an entire week.
And there's
So it's not just Thursday, you know, Thursday
Right.
where what most Ironmans have.
so many people running all day. It's like
All
a
day
marathon.
long.
Every-
Bikes
At
everywhere,
night,
people
we saw some guy
everywhere.
running at 4:30 this morning. And
Yeah,
he
he
looked
looked-
like he'd been running for 2
Yeah, he
hours.
had bottles all over his belt.
Maybe he's training for like Ultraman or something in
Right.
Hawaii, which is actually
Right.
coming up soon.
Yep.
It looks like we could be that kind.
Could be that good.
All right, so we'll do at least one more round of
Okay.
highlights. But before we do, I've got a little plug here. I got to plug a sponsor. Rib Laces are the awesome, no tie, the best, most durable elastic lace system you can buy. And
Check him out.
check this out. I can just
Look how sloppy.
You just kicked him off.
kick them off right there.
There.
Look how sloppy mine are
Oh
compared
yeah.
to his,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Look at that. How about that?
So what shoe would you rather have? The one that looks cool or the one that doesn't look cool?
Awesome. Yeah, make sure you check out Rib Laces.
Check
There
me
is
get
a
my shoe back on.
I know, me neither. There is a link on the discounts page of Mile High Endurance, and you will take you right there, and you can purchase a really super cool Mile High Endurance logo. Yeah, I've got a few compliments on these.
Have you?
Yeah, Matt Smith, I actually was interviewing he and Eric his athlete that he's guiding today, and he had his Sanzigo ones on. He's like, dude, those aren't the Sanzigo ones. Where'd you get those?
Nah.
He's like, those are your.
You're like, I'm special.
That's the podcast logo. I'm like, yeah.
So I hear the helicopter. I thought I heard the helicopter. I'm like, there's no way they're coming back.
Yeah.
But we better keep an ear out.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna kick off another round.
Gosh, I don't know what else I could even imagine.
Are you serious? I got super big one.
Well, but this is your second rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you. You can take a pass if you want. Come on, yeah.
Food post.
Food post. Oh yeah. So I've been posting up on, when are you publishing this?
Tonight. This will go up in 2 hours.
So I've been posting on the 303 Triathlon and my own personal Instagram page of food I've been eating on the Big Island every single day. And